let's begin in a second. So, sorry for not streaming yesterday. I meant to, but you know, it was already like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish by the time I realized, oh shit, I forgot to stream. So I decided to not stream yesterday. So I apologize for that. Let's begin the game. Let me pull up my notes. You know, my way of doing this is very unorganized. I should have had it so like each room has like a page or two for notes. That way I can just quickly, you know, scan through everything. And like if I get to a room, I can just go to that if I see something. But oh well. I'm not gonna start doing that now. I have to rewrite all my notes. Okay. Let's get our allowance. Anything new in here? So I need to find the basement key. Which I feel is pretty important to get. Also, I want to figure out what these are. That's another big thing that I'm wanting to know. Let's do the... So what were the ones with... So it was Havel in the classroom. If we want to get the basement key, or whatever the key is down there, we want this one. Tomorrow if we get the Havel, I'll do that one. Let's just make sure that there isn't a gas thing. No. Items. Doesn't seem like there's a gas line in here. Okay. Today is day 19. Okay. Let's go back through and let's just confirm what the actual name of the key is before we continue. So I want to do this before I do the like reservoir and, you know, drain that a bit. Basement key. So it is basement key. Okay. We lost 8 steps out here, but it's fine. All right, so we need keys. And since we have that, let's start the day with getting items. Okay, not really an item, but all right. Nook. Another key. We could probably go out there now and trade in key. No, we'd probably need a special key. So let's also get gems and whatnot. We already start well with coins. Let's do courtyard, I guess. Give me some gems. Give me the money. That's not terrible. Silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Okay. Let's go this way. Maybe we can trade the silver key. So we got the silver key before. What did we use it on? Did that give us the vault? Or is that just sort of a way to get more doors? I can't tell. Let's do commissary. Parlor would be a good one to have too. Sleep mask. First time you enter each bedroom, gain 5 steps. Okay. Let's do the parlor. Get the gems in here. Any other items? The gems are in the black box. The gems are not in this box. The statements on the other 2 boxes are true. So if this is true, that means these are true, which it can't be. Which means one of the either... So this one has to be false. Which means one of these is false. Which means... If the gems are in the black box, that means they're not in this box. But if this one's lying, that means this one's true, or wait. So this is pointing to both of those. Right, this one's only pointing to this one. So if this is lying, that means it could be in both of one of these, or both of these, right? And if this one is then true by extension, it would be this one. But if this one is lying, this would have to be true, which means that this one's true because this is pointing to that one, right? So it has to be the blue box. I think it has to be the blue box. Yeah, okay. Good to know, good to know. Let's do this one. Get some extra steps. You have another reroll dice, that's good. Any other items in here? No. Do this one. And I'm feeling green. I'm feeling green. And let's use the key, normal key. Special cost bypassed. And let's just do normal courtyard. Nice, get the hammer. We kind of want a shovel. Let's redraw. I'm happy with this. Get some extra steps. And we'll, let's come back to that. Let's see if we can trade anything for the silver key. Hopefully, maybe basement key? Let's go trade in that item, see what we can get for it. Hopefully it's basement, not the vault key again. I think that's what it was before. I think. Silver key. No. Alright. That sucked. That was awful. Okay, something else gives us the car key, or the basement key. Maybe the silver key would have given it to us, but I just got rid of it. Oh well. And then let's build from here this time. So I don't have to double back later. Maybe try to connect to some other places. Like this is good. This is the 8th one, so just gonna get there. Any items, thing like that. Let's do spare room, I guess. I probably should have retro, so I don't like any of the other options. Okay, let's redraw. Library's good, but let's do West Hall just so we get more rooms. And then I still have the sleeping mask, so I still get more stuff. Patio. That way whenever we go back through there, get some stuff. Would like a shovel. Do the drawing room just so that things are a bit more connected. But instead of going that way, I'll go this way. And library seems good. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Honest Account found by Sir Abel Darrell and Babbage, Lord Evison. Introduction. The third largest city in Fen Ares and site of its former capital, Reddington, is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much farther than the Botanical Gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer: spectacular scenery, a historical castle, and a charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. The Botanical Gardens, Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Adjurgen, Adjurn Canopy House and Mausoleum, its petal covered trails, and a mind boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busiest season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, and the former home of Lord William Epsom, has until recently been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Espins since the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epsom, his oldest son, Lionel Epsom, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. Okay. Maintaining its residence at 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating a historical house, museum, and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda, Ares, when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on this long-standing myth. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Ares' premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the view and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,220 feet. Okay. Mount Holly is the tallest mountain Reddington range, and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It is only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's north slope and the saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourist wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles and footbridge and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Okay, let me just sketch this. So we have Mount Holly here. Then we have the town of Reddington. Then we have Featherfall Keep. We have the 100 Bells. Looks like a fucking cupcake. That's what I fucking drew. Okay, cool. 100 Bells. Just gonna, yeah. Have this going down, up, have and you know, a stream coming down, it splits off like that. We have a bridge. Okay. Cool. So now we get a good understanding of what like the surrounding area looks like. Give me something good. That is not. What is there anything actually in the aquarium? Ooh. Now we just need to find the workshop. We can. So these are all, each tank is like a different room. So this looks like the guest bedroom. Okay, let me actually write that down. This is probably the archives. Let me draw them in order. So we have this one, which looks like the patio. So we have patio. Then we have this one, which looks like the drawing room. Yeah, it looks like the drawing room. And then we have the laundry room, I think. That's what it looks like. Then we have the archives. And we have the guest bedroom. Okay. Let's do the pool. We need more gems. Guess let's do breaker. Guess I'll do the wine cellar. Could have redrawn. I would have probably given us better room, but oh well. Let's do workshop. This one's another 8, right? Wait. Huh. So this one's a T, and this one's... What were the pictures in here? This one's a T. That's surprising. See what this is. A stronger sledgehammer that can also knock down weaker brick walls. Can't go that way. We have to go through the courtyard. the office. Our first time in here. Let's go upgrade disk. We could actually use here. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Okay. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herring of the Majors. Fall of the Lord. Passing of the Barons. And Herrings of the Major. Is it hearings? No, it's herrings. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearing or herring. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. They're also in a different color. Oh, and this one also has a, that's the king? Yeah, that's the king. Okay. Now let's go through and see what numbers we have. Um, Nope. Okay, it's probably something in here. Something in here probably has the information. Right. Maybe in here. Storeroom data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this. After the sec's fully been upgraded. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes servants' quarters. Okay. The office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from the staff incentives program. These coins are spread, distributed in a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. Function successful, the number of gold coins. Okay. Log into network, swan song. And then here I should be able to access the codes, right? Or like the emails. Yeah. Let's read them in order. Right. So this is 10.5. Refuse box repair. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not desired functionality, let us know and we will fix it in our regular service visit next week. Okay. Next one is on 10.7 about estate changes. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured your plans will be executed down to the last detail. Okay. Ten, 8. Gabe, yes, that is the correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test the correct sequence is Okay, so off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Thanks, diligence. Then and Babbage. This is 11, 1. Third, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Okay. Okay. That didn't tell me anything. Oh, cool. So last key. Fuck. Okay. Guess let's do tunnel, see if we get lucky. Fuck. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, that's... I'm now stuck. I don't have any keys. There has to be something in here that tells me what the code is, right? Because all of our doors are locked now. Which is just great. I guess let's see if we can make it back to utility closet. I doubt we can, but let's just see if it's possible. Okay, so we need to get them all to purple. Okay. Okay. So that did a thing. That did something. Maybe. I can only check this next room. Doubt. Okay, I got it. I got those all on. So I don't know. Maybe they did something. I don't know. Also, 1 day for an hour. It took an hour to do that 1 day. Oh, Jesus. I guess that was very extensive in how many rooms that I got. A lot of backtracking though. I probably could have saved, got more steps if I didn't backtrack a whole bunch. Also, now that I think about it, I probably could have broken the east wing door with that hammer. Oh well. I was able to get the office, so that was a good thing. Um, let's do the shrine. Why am I so fast? Oh, it's a toggle thing? I've been holding it. Oh shit. It's a toggle. I've been holding down shift. Make an offering of coins which lasts for several days. Let's use all my coins. Gardener. Add 8 coin. Okay. Cool. All right. Do the storeroom. Nice. Let's do the commissary. We can buy gems, set of gems, 5 coins. Let's do gold. entry. We'll get more coins so I can go back and maybe buy some gems. Let's do that. Could have gotten the showroom. That would have been nice. I'll do the parlor just so we can rack up some more coins. Or gems, I mean. The gems are in the blue box. Only one statement is true. The gems are in the only true box. So these contradict each other. No. These two, so if this one's true, these ones are false. So the gems are in the blue box. Only one statement is true. Gems are in the only true box. So if this one's true, that would mean this one's false. And this one's false. But if only one of these is true, that means this one is true. Which means both of these are false. Which means this one's true, which means they're in the blue box. I don't want to put... my brain was hurting. I don't want to... Fuck. That, I don't understand that one. Okay, cool. What a waste. Also, really shitty layout so far. Gotten no doors. Dead end rooms are more common today. Damn. Chamber of Mirrors. You can now draft second copies of rooms you already have. Okay. Curious what's in this room. Actually, okay. Show me the money. Hmm. No flowers either. Yeah, no flowers. The gems are in a box with the true statement. The white box does not have a statement. That is true. We know that's true. White box does not have a statement. We know that's true, which means this one has to be false. Which means it has to be this one. Here we go. God damn. Okay, that was what I was afraid of. Well, I'm already out of fucking doors. Great. Fucking great. Wait, so this one is... What did we write down for this one? This one's a T. Theater... Heater? No. Or... There. I don't know. I don't get it. Because there is a word heater in theater. Or stage. Oh, sage. Sage and stage. I see. I see. I see. Can't do anything there. Let's maybe... Let's get the fuck out of here. And check outside, maybe. Hopefully the basement actually means that I don't have to get the what room did we get? We got that was the tomb, right? The tomb gave us access to that underground area. We had to do the code, which hopefully we don't have to do that every time. So I don't want to memorize that to make it things quicker. So that sounds like a lot of work. Okay. Anything here? No, that's probably also connected to the underground area, if I had to guess. Let's... Let's turn this off just to see if we do lose. stuff for doing it. Cool. Does that actually move? Every time we've been here, it's been pointing in. I want to figure out what these are, because these are fucking everywhere, man. I want to figure out what those are so bad. Wait. Was there a ruby here? And is there a letter in here? The apples are watching me. It's always pointing at me. These are probably like PNGs. That give the impression that it's 3D. Okay. I guess we kind of need to just call it a day here now. So I still need one more thing to light, but I don't know where that's at. We got Swimbird. Alright, let's call it a day. Alright, one more day for today. Do the hovel. Where's room 46? 9 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18, divided by 9 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. No, subtracting 2 is 0. Right, I think I said that before. And then I believe I already... Okay. So in terms of rooms, we've done them all. And only this one and this one had... Yeah. Only this one and this one had those. Alright, let's try to get here again. Maybe there's something we can do, or maybe we try to get the pumping room again. I don't think we need gyms today. We just need a lot of steps. Silver key. Garage. Maybe this was a bad place to put it. Laboratory. Maybe something. Machine requires additional power piped from the boiler room. But we do have some codes. Yeah, we don't have power. But let's do an experiment. Each time you unlock a door, lock or bypass a security door. Have we gotten the drawing room already? We have not. So I feel like we're likely to get that, but we can only get it once, right? If you draw, permanently increase that by 1. So we need to get back to entrance hall. Ooh. Key to the secret garden. It's useful, saves us the keys. There are 12 major keys. Currently, I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful and polite reputations from you. I had always known this final lover could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. With my passing, I release you from your post and service to the Sinclair family and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar of a concept as that may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet would be better situated to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post. But as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions are for you to quit must be satisfied. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I have decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had for gleefully I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew that the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, and to say nothing of her until we meet again, my friend Herb. Okay. This is the most keys I've ever had. Nice. Let's do storeroom just so we can get some more stuff. This might be a terrible idea. And me in. Please give me something good. Fuck. God fucking damn it. Guess I'll get items. Okay, I'm out of doors now. I might. This day has been very short. So I'll do another one, but it sucks. Man, I have so many keys. Well, I got my allowance up by a day. I should have gotten the drawing room. I should have pulled that here, but I'm a dummy. Bit of a dumbass. Okay, let's see. Maybe the secret garden key works out here. Probably not. Might as well see. So it seems a red key, I'd guess, based off of the red gemstone protruding from the edifice of my failures. And maybe since I have the sledgehammer now, we can break this door down. Probably not. We'd probably need the workshop. Which... Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, let's maybe check the hovel again. We don't have a key. Alright, let's just call it a day so we can move on. Hmm. We have 6. Let's go. Getting our allowance up would be actually really good to have. We get it to like 10. That would be good, so we can get commissary and get all the items we need. Do trading post this time. Is there really no gas line in here? Guess not. There's not no heater. Ones with the heaters have it. Yeah. 12 major keys. We've only seen 2 of them, though. We've only had the secret garden room, which we haven't been able to use yet. And the silver key, which I don't even think is a major key. I think it's just a special key. Good start. Nice. The rotunda would be cool. But I don't have enough fucking gems anymore. Let's do the commissary. And we can buy more gems here. Is that a 10? That's 10 today? It's not even worth it. Not even worth it to buy it right now. Let's do this one. Just so that we can get more gems. And I guess we'll make today's focus grain rooms. Try to get more grain rooms. Like this one. I guess it's only when you buy it. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some gems here. And we get their key back. Why not? Getting more doors by doing that, so. Parlor room now. Okay. There's only one true statement. If this is true, that would be the only true statement. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If that's true, that would mean this one's also true. There are 2 true statements, which is possible. There are 2 true statements. One of these is true. This one contradicts it, so it would be these 2. Gems are in a box with a false statement, which would mean it would be in the blue one. That's really all that we have to go on. So, yep, show me the money. I want to do the hallway. No, let's go back. Never mind, I don't want to waste a key. Keep moving forward. It's the only that I... Okay, hopefully it's not a fucking red room. Okay, happy with that. We could go back and buy more gems now. And, ooh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go back, because we have a bunch of green rooms that we can dig at. And, is that it for this room? That sucks. Lame. Nice. Okay. Then if we can get the sledgehammer as well, that would be great. Yeah, that's all I needed. I wasted an extra step for no reason. Cloister or another courtyard? Let's do another courtyard. We still have our key. Hopefully we get another key. Deposit box key, which 223, which means probably need a vault. Reroll is good. Get the sledgehammer now. The next box we see, I'll go back and get the sledgehammer. I don't have a key here though, and I think all of these are locked. Yeah. I don't know how to do that. You probably need to get down there to do that. The key would be good. Let's get the keys. Get them all individually. I'm curious about this. Does it just mean that I get it in all directions now? I'm curious. I haven't been able to get in here before. Press this. Okay. I see how this works now. So I get them in all directions. That's nice. Redraw. Let's redraw again. Those are bad. Those are bad. That works. I like that. 2, 20. That would be 2 again? Yeah, so 12 minus 4 is 6, times 2 is 12, divided by 16. No. 12 times 2 is 24, minus 4 is 20, divided by 16. No. 12 minus 4 is 8, so that'd be 1. So that'd be 1. Okay, cool. To do that. It's not terrible. I don't hate that. I also don't hate that. And extra steps, nice. We'll do this one. Let's first get this one unlocked. Let's unlock this one. And we'll do this room. Seriously, nothing in here? That sucks. Hey, let's go. That's big. Okay, so that's this door open, which means we need to get back to archives. We need to do that now. Anything else in these? Let's get back to archives. Okay, that's big. That is big. We need to rotate this again. We'll rotate one more time as well. And we'll leave it at this configuration forever. Do weight room, fuck it. That is so unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. Come on. Chapel. Come on. Give me something good. Give me something good, please. Nope. That's good. That's good. Okay. Give me something great. That key was clutch. Okay, I have to hope this is good. No. No. No, man. That is so unfortunate. Getting archives was good, but also awful at the same time. That sucks. Does that mean it's always open? I hope it's always open. Wow, that put me in a bad mood now. That's so unfortunate, man. Only have gems. I had gems and just like all disappeared, man. The rotunda was a waste of fucking money. Or gems. That was what I spent my gems on. Yeah, I got a gem now. That's awesome. So glad I got that now. Man, I am in a foul mood. Fantastic. I really hope that's the... Alright, I'll keep this. See if that helps. Okay, we'll call it a day here. Yeah, we'll call it a day. And I guess I'll do one more day. Not really a lot learned these past few days. I need to get the workshop, build something that can break down the east wing, because that would make me happy. If I can do that today, that'd make my mood better. box next to this box contains gems. A box next to this box displays a false statement. That's false, which means this is true, which means... yeah, it's this one. There we go. That's easy. Let's do the commissary. Sucks that it's like this far back in the house, but... do the shovel. If we get stuff out of it, but it sucks that it goes back here. This needs to be something good. That works. Three keys, let's go. Gems, no. Nothing good. Let's do this just so we get more doors, but we'll come back to that. And then we'll want... bedrooms are typically dead ends. So we'll want a hallway. That's good. We'll come back here later. Nice, nice. Do this. There we go. Okay. Nice. So it seems the top left corner is always the one, or something like that, but we got it. And then we did also just learn that it doesn't always, it doesn't stay open. It sucks. Now we just need to get over there. We need gems. Oh, I probably should use the lockpicking set. That's not good. That's not good at all. That is very bad. That is very fucking bad. Okay. Also really fucking bad. What the fuck? Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Fucking awesome. Okay. We'll need this because we're completely blocked off. We have to go around. Let's do this just so we have some resources. Okay. Drawing room's good. Drawing room is... yeah, it's okay. Do this one. This will give us another gem. Nice. Wish we had some dice. That would make me feel better. Because this is gonna fucking happen. In a row. Let's go back to the Great Hall, I guess. And just see if we can get basement key somehow. Probably won't. Let's see what's in here. This probably is the queen. Does have the queen in it? Yeah, right here. Queen. Makes sense, makes sense. Go to security to upgrade. Does it never end? And it has the pink flag. So the classrooms are definitely the way forward. So next time I'm gonna need to try to, whenever I see that, I need to get it to try to get all the way through. And this one is D, which I believe I already know. Yeah, this one is D. I don't have the lever. Don't have the lever. Maybe the commissary has the lever. And I'm so bummed out that twice now. But at least we have some clues. Now that's twice in a row that the Great Hall had it. You know, let's actually, I'm curious. Oh, we did figure out what's in that one. But what about this one? Does this have the other one? Nope, it does have an upgrade one, so we can upgrade twice in the security, which is right over here. Prize equal to red rooms in your house if you lose 30 steps. That is awful. Let's make it 3. That makes the most sense. Guest room, quest room, yes, Geist room. That would actually be kind of good. But also, I think this. Yeah, that's good. Because we'll probably need to get there a whole bunch, but we need to figure out the best way to do that. I still don't think I fully figured out the best way to get through this place in like a quick way where I don't constantly. I need to. The first few ranks, I need to stock a shit ton into keys and gems. Like, that should be my goal in the first 2 or 3 ranks, and then after that, you know, anything else. Yeah, that's not good. Nothing good here. Oh well, let's go to the. Did we pull? Was that today that we pulled the? No, that was yes. Oh no, it is here. Code check. Let's go put the sledgehammer in there. Because we're sort of done for the day and we can't move forward. Yeah. Ruin my day, but I can at least make use of it. Well, since we haven't been here very long, I'll do another day. It's only been like 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll call it a day and then we'll move on. Hopefully we get the classroom. It's like wasted steps by going in there too early. Okay. Okay. The white box is false. The blue box is false. Gems are in a box with a false statement. The box is false. The white box is false. So if this is false, that means this is true. It also means the gems have to be in a true box, which means this one's true. That's the only thing I can think of right now. White box is false. If this is false, so if this is true and this is false, which would make this one true, it would be in the white box. Right? Because, okay. So, okay. So, okay, these are the two statements that we have to go on. If the white box is false, right? This one would be false, which would mean this one's true, which means that's the only one. If this is true, this one is false, and this one is false, which would make it only the white one. So in both cases, the white box is the one that has them. Nice. Okay. That's good. It's a good start. Den is also a good one for gems early on. Through the courtyard. The item detector. Or metal detector. And we'll do this one. Get a key now, first key. Don't have a shovel. Let's go back to the entrance. We're already back up to our original steps. So here, we'll do this one. And we will do, let's do this one. Hallway. Do security. West Wing Hall. Spare room. Bedroom. Nothing in here again. It's unlucky. We didn't get the commissary before. That's okay. Speak of the devil. Do this. And then we get our sledgehammer. And then we go back to the den. Because this side's going to be closed. So we'll only lose 4 steps. We don't have to do major backtracking. That's fine. That's fine. This is our last door. Hopefully this is something good. Let's do this one. Sorry. Chapel, but we won't go in there yet. That sucks. East Wing Hall. Have we gotten that before? I don't think we have. No, we have. We definitely have. Okay. We need the goddamn battery pack, man. Brick. Let's do the bollards room. Ooh, extra key, nice. 1, 8. 1, 10 divided, that's 5. Whoops. 15 plus 3 is 18, so it'd be 9. Okay. So 10. Minus 4 is 6. Minus 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Divided by 2 is 4 again. There we go. Okay. Good. Nice. Oh, we need to use our gems here. Oh, that hurts. We'll do this. 1 major key and 1 minor key, which is a funny pun. Prism key. Can lock the door with the prism key and a... Okay. let's not waste the key here. Find here in these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. Okay. The four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Okay, so one. Let's just write. So one. So each one is 6 lines. So find here within these first sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from. The sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But half the sheets are missing. So there's 8 sheets in total. So 5. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. All right, let's get the rest of these. Among the scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me. A fractured note in urgent plea. Okay. I need bold words here first. First is first words. Okay, so I'm just gonna write the whole thing. This. Funny, a message hidden beneath the keys. Keys and bold words sung by you and me. A fractured note in urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat. Okay. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune, and likely going to get your due in all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. Oft assume that you alone can solve this tune. Are likely going to get your due. And all the rage that will ensue. While working on this simple clue. While white pages lined with melodies do hide the words I've come to seek. And from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type, the ink that bleeds. So it's like, okay, different ways to say the same things. Okay. Melodies do hide the words we've come to seek. And from our choice among all these, we write down ones that seem to be. Find the but at the a among a find the I don't know. So it's like first words on I don't know. We write down one that seems to be with ink that bleeds. Okay. And then if we go back to let's do this. This looks like the spot. Now find something to dig with. Okay. Let's get the next. Let's do that one next. So 8. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not. Okay, stones cut by hand and do spell or secrets carved from thought. Message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft. Soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Okay, and this is message. Okay. I don't need to see the floor plans. Not blue, but anything else. Do laundry room. Shovel in here by chance? Okay. Probably want to get there. Or, yeah, I want to get there. Yeah, the East Wing Hall. Awesome. Okay. Nothing I can do, but I did learn a few things. Sucks that I no longer have the road map, but I do know to get here. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna call it for today's stream. So yeah. Probably not gonna stream tomorrow. I'll stream on Monday though. So yeah. See you then.